So, I have a problem. I love playing video games. More specifically, I love playing multiplayer first and third person shooter video games. In fact, my YouTube channel is devoted almost entirely to first and third person multiplayer shooters, but that's not my problem. My problem is that I'm just too old to do well at these games. My reactions are too slow. It takes me ages to learn new game maps and mechanics, and I haven't grown up playing them, so I don't have that instinctive built-in muscle memory and spatial awareness. What makes this worse is the amazing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I absolutely adore this game. PUBG to me is one of the best games ever made. I love the setting, I love the style, I love the sounds, the gunplay, and that unparalleled feeling you get when you get into the top 10, then the top 5 and the top 3. The adrenaline rush you get from PUBG is better than any other video game I've played. However, I'm old and I'm slow, so how can I win? The answers involve practicing gunfights a lot, watching a lot of YouTube vids, seeing which guns work for me, but most importantly, I have to have a strategy to win. And the tactics to go with that strategy that play to my strengths and minimise my weaknesses, because in PUBG, the most important factor in winning is positioning, not gunfighting skills. I thought it'd be helpful if I talked you through my latest solo chicken dinner, as it's a good example of what I'm trying to achieve with my strategy and tactics. What you'll see is me jumping away from the flight path so I can get a car so I can loot in peace. I'm trying to grab my favourite combination of weapons, which is normally something like an M16 on single shot with a 4x scope and an AK on auto with something like a holographic. I then drive along the edge of the circle, trying to keep to the quiet side. I'm looting as I go, and then at some point I have to make a decision about going in quietly on foot or dashing for cover, say in a building, with my vehicle. Anyway, let's take a look at the game. Okay, so here's the island, and so to start off with, what I'm looking for is the flight path of the aeroplane. So it's coming in, and I know now that the flight path is, that we can just about see it there coming. So the aeroplane's coming here and it's heading up in this direction, so it's going from the south to kind of about the eastern point on the island there. So already I'm thinking about my strategy, which is always to jump away from the plane and grab a car and then go somewhere like Primorsk if I'm going to the west coast, so I can loot in peace. So let's just watch that a little bit. So I'll place my marker round about there, round about where the petrol station is. And it's quite a long jump, but it's definitely doable. Okay, so let's speed this up now. So again, I'm not sure whether I'll do it or not, because sometimes I'm a bit not quite sure about that, but I do it. Now I'm looking for a car now. Now I do know that behind these petrol stations, often you'll find something good. So what I do is I leg it over here, and lo and behold, what do I find? A nice M16 with some ammo. So I'm happy, because there will be people who, when they jump from the plane, will open their parachute and go a long way. So you do have to be aware that you do have to change your plan sometimes, and you will have people in front of you. So in fact, tell you what, let's just go back a little bit there. There was something very important that I just missed. Right, let me slow this down. Let's play at normal speed. I want to show you where the circle appears. Just checking my corners there. Having a look in here. And then quick look inside, make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, some nice painkillers, very good painkillers. Will restore you to full health. Takes a while for them to do it, but they will do. And then I need to start my run towards Primorsk. Right, there we go. So the circle has appeared. Now at this point, I'm very, very happy indeed, because, as I've said, the flight path went from the south to around about there. So that means that the majority of people will have jumped off. Loads of people have jumped at military base. Loads of people have jumped on that little town there. They'd have gone to the prison. They'd have jumped to the school, Pollyanna, the big town there, Lipovka, is it there as well? So all those people will have jumped there. Very few people will have jumped this way. Now, some might have gone to Pachinki and Rezhok, but even so, if I make my way to Primorsk, I'm moving away from all of those players. So as they're running in this direction, they're all going to be fighting and kill each other. Whereas if I make my way to Primorsk, I can loot to my heart's content, and then I can make my way up the Westall Coastal Road, and there's loads of little hamlets of houses here, looting as I go, and then make my way into the circle from the quiet side, from this side here, so from the west to the east. So there shouldn't be many people at all that I might run into. Now, the reason why I can't afford to run into people is because I'm no good at gunfights. And if I get into gunfights with people, I'll get killed. The biggest run I've ever had, I think, is 6 kills, which means, and I didn't even win that one. So I can't ride my luck very, very long. I have to be very careful. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty happy. So what I need now is a vehicle. So let's speed it up. So I'm running along, and then I've just seen a motorbike. Whee! Now, motorbikes are very, very dangerous. So what you see me here near, what I do now is I ditch the motorbike, blow it up so nobody can use it, just in case, because there could be someone running along the road behind me, and I don't want them following me. So I jump in the Jeep, and whenever you get a choice about a motorbike or a Jeep or a car, go in the Jeep or the car, because they're so much safer. Motorbikes are just death traps. They're very good at getting around fast, but they can be very, very dangerous. And then we're heading on up the road towards Primorsk. And what I see in a moment, I think, is another vehicle. Just checking the circle. I don't know why I check the circle so much, but... Right, so there's another circle here. So I do something a little bit naughty here. I get out and I destroy the tyres on one side. Again, just in case if anybody's following me, they're not going to be able to use that vehicle. And any kind of collateral kills you get by people getting trapped in the blue is one less person you've got to worry about. Now, I'm ignoring all these buildings to my left. They're probably full of good loot. I know the concentration of good loot will be down in Primorsk, and that's where I want to go. Again, just check in. Now, I'm going for the diner. I always like starting off at the diner in Primorsk. So I park up there. In fact, let's just pause that. Just go back a fraction, just to show you where I park. So I park up here, kind of. So the vehicles. I mean, it's not hidden, but it's out of the way. And then I head inside the diner. Now, normally you find good stuff in the diner to the right and the left. I think in this particular case, I don't actually find that much. Let's speed it up. There's normally stuff out here in the actual dining room. And then there's normally stuff out the back as well, in this room to the right. But again, one of the reasons why PUBG is so good is the fact that it's so random. So I got picked up a 2-time scope there, and then there's some 7.62 and an AK. So at this point, I'm very happy about my loot. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I just need more ammo. I would like to have a 4-time scope. I've got a 2-time scope on my M16, so that's okay. I'd like a holographic or a red dot for my AK, and I run the M16 on single shot with a magnifying scope on, and the AK on fully auto as my close-up weapon. I'm also looking for extended mags or quick draw extended mags. I want level 2, level 3 helmets. I want level 2, level 3 vests. I want a nice big backpack, loads of ammo, and loads of medic packs. Now, also, you might see at this point, if I slow this down a little bit, you'll see that I'm packing an M1911 pistol and some ammo. Well, this was my first game of the evening, and as you can see, I'm playing in first-person perspective, which is a little bit tougher than third person because you can't peek corners in the same way. But I kind of had this idea that I wanted to try out. Now I haven't got a big backpack at the moment, so I'm like, I need to pick up this stuff, but I can't. What am I going to drop? So I dropped the gas can. I had this idea that I wanted to try out going into the final circle with a suppressed pistol. So you always keep a suppressed pistol on you. So in case you're in that situation where you come around a corner and somebody's just standing there, and they haven't seen you, and you want to kill them, and you know if you open up with your rifle, everybody else is going to know where you are. But if you've got a suppressed pistol, you can blat them in the back of the head, and you will remain hidden. However, what happens is, because I run out of inventory space, and I'd rather have more ammunition and more medic packs, I end up dropping the pistol. Okay, so let's speed this up. So again, I'm just going round and round. Keep it now. The circle's coming in at this point, so I'm keeping an eye on that. So I know at some point I'm gonna have to go, but I'm working away from the diner, but I know where it is. So again, just picking up more ammo, and I'm ready to jump back in a minute. Just picking up my attachments, and then right, I can see the circle coming in. Let's see. I'm very lucky. I pick up so much good ammo. Too much, in fact. And now I'm heading back to the diner, jump into my UAZ. It's almost on me, but I know I'm all right, because in the first couple of blues, you don't take that much damage, and that's it. And then we're off. So, I'm going to do that. Let's come forward a bit to where we. Excuse me, got a bit of a cold at the moment. Right, that's where we were, wasn't it? So now, I'm in the blue, but I know as soon as I get onto that coast road, I can really start speeding up, and I'll get back get out of the blue, and I'll be fine. Again, looking at the map, just checking where I am, checking where the blue is, thinking about where I'm going to go. In fact, what you'll probably see... Oh, right, here we go. So I swap from the... there we go. So I swap from my UAZ without a lid on to one with a lid on. I don't bother blowing this one up, because we're in the blue. Nobody's going to come this way and pick that one up. Also, let me just go back a little bit. What you'll see there is, when I jump out and jump in... Check the map. Right, so there's the map. Again, the next circle has been very good to me as well. Actually, sorry, we're still in the first circle, aren't we? What am I talking about? Let's carry on going. Speed this up. So I'm just trying to get out of the blue, keeping to the road because it's nice and safe. I do not want to roll this car. And now I'm thinking about, right, where am I going to go next? Right, I'm going to go to these houses and just do a quick little loot. Let's have a look. So what's my situation? So I've got 100 rounds for my M16, which is more than enough. 180 for my AKM, which is more than enough. I picked up is that a 4x scope there I've picked up already? I've got quick draw extended on my AK. Plenty of first aid kit, bandages, painkillers. I'll drop that 45 in a bit. So I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good to go. But I want more first aid kits. I want more attachments. As we move on, level 2 helmet. Right, okay, let's pause that. Let's just go back a little bit there. Let's just play this at normal speed. Ooh. I just want to show you where the circle's gone now, so let's have a look. Okay, so the circle again has been very kind to me, so again I'm feeling really good at this point. The circle is kind of within almost in the middle of the original circle, and where my position is here, I know I've got a really good way of getting into the circle. I can carry on going up the coast road and come through Georgia Pony, or I could cut across the right hand side of the mountain and come in this way and cross the bridge there if I wanted to. My preference would always be to go north and cut in that way, because again the majority of people would have dropped on this side of the map and they're all coming this way. They're all coming from east to west, so if I can go from west to east, I'm going to bump into less people. Right, so let's crack on. Speed this up a little bit. Again, just this boring looting. More med packs. Med packs are so important late game. If someone like me where you get shot a lot. Right, so just place my marker there near the building. I sometimes have trouble with my spatial awareness figuring out where I am. So come up again. I'm going to hide the vehicle just behind there. So it's not completely hidden. If I wanted it completely hidden, I would have driven it inside the warehouse. But it's just out of the way from prying eyes. So if anybody's looking around, I'm just really having a look. I've got about 20 seconds before the circle starts moving in again. So I've got plenty of time. There we go, level 2 vest, that'll do. And then let's speed this up a little bit more. Got enough time to do these houses. Just checking again. More ammo. Alright, that's where I find the 4x scope. So I've now got, there it is, so that 4x scope, we're now got the M16, so now I'm very happy indeed. Now I don't bother putting the 2x scope on the AK, I just stick with the holographic. I think I get maybe in a little bit for it, or a red dot, because the AK, that's my close-in weapon. When I go around a corner and somebody's there, that's the weapon I use. Doing a bit of inventory management. I've put the 2x scope on the... No, sorry, I've put the 2x scope on the AK. What am I talking about? There we go. And then we move on. Still looking. Oh, right, now that's where I find the holographic. So I put the holographic on the AK, drop the 2x, and I'm very happy now. I'm very, very happy with my kit. Could do with some, make sure extended mags and maybe a compensators and stuff, but it's not rather just checking my corners. Right, now let's slow this down now. So I've got 2 minutes to go. So I've got lots of time before the circle starts coming in, but now I have to start making my decision about what I'm going to do next. That's nice and clear. Big clear fields in front of me though. So let's have a look. Have I missed anything in the warehouse? Anything useful? Because I'm aware this will be kind of the last chance really to do any looting. So we're in the car. So the circle's appeared. So now I've got to make some choices now about what do I do and where do I go. We've got the built-up area of Georgie Pony over on the left. So there's houses here, but it's also very, very open. All this is very, very open here. You've got a hilly area here, trees around this way. We've got this bridge area in the middle. So I've kind of got two tactics I would take at this point. The first would be getting in, and if it was an urban area where I was pretty sure the circle would end up in an urban area, I would go on foot. Or a heavily wooded area, again, I would go to the edge and work my way in on foot. However, it's very open like this. I really want to stick with the vehicle and get into a building and find cover, especially as the fact that we've got the river in the middle. So there's always a chance that I could, say, go in on foot, say down here, or cross the river and go up here, and then the next circle is on the wrong side of the river, and then you have these choke points across where people can easily get you. So I still really want to hang on to a vehicle, so until that decision has been made. So let's see. So I think, right, okay, so we should maybe head there, and then, in fact, let's go back because you don't see that. I make the decision. Oop. Oh gosh, I tell you what. In fact, I'll just. Yeah, I do it so quick. I make the decision to go to these houses here because they're in the middle of the circle. There's open area all around, so I'll drive there. I have to drive there. I can't go there on foot. I'll ditch the car, and it's a gamble. You know that by going in the middle of the circle, when the next circle appears, chances are you'll be on the edge of it. The problem is if you go into the edge, say I just went to the edge here and went into these houses, if the circle's over here, I've got a long way to go. But if you're in the middle, you'll get there. Also, what's going in through my mind still is the fact that everybody's had to come from the southeast. They've all had to come from this direction. So maybe they won't be there yet. Or the other thing that's crossing my mind is that maybe people have overshot and gone into the houses here in Georgie Pony. To the south and the north of the river. So if I make a mad dash for this building here, maybe I can grab it. Also, the other thing that can often happen is with smaller groups of buildings, people will search them and then move on. But again, I don't know. There could be people in. So let's see what I do. So here we go. Mad dash time. Avoiding contacts. Just checking my mini-map for red areas. I did get blown up in a red area the other day, so I'm kind of much more wary of those. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is on Xbox One as well. And we're heading out across. Again, doing my best not to wreck the vehicle. You're taking much more damage in vehicles now than you used to before. There we go. Got a long way to go. Trying to keep sort of... I know, woo, not very good driving there. Not being completely obvious. Now, when you're in a car, everybody can hear you. Everybody can see you. You cannot assume that... You have to assume that everybody knows where you are. Right, here we go. So let's slow this down a little bit. So I'm coming in. And I do a sweep around. Now I'm looking for our doors open. At this point, though, I'm pretty committed. No matter what happens, I'm going into this thing because I'm out there. So I run in, and right. So medipack. So that's a good sign. The fact that there's a medipack there and a helmet. Now, however, it doesn't mean that the building is empty, because a classic ruse that anybody can use is that when you go into a building, you want to ambush someone, you drop a medipack down. I've done it lots of times, and that way when someone goes through the door, they look at the medipack and think, oh, there's nobody in this building, and then you shoot them. So I'm still very aware that there could be somebody here. So come through here, checking my corners. Now that door's open, and now I'm like, whoa, okay, that's a bit odd. That door's open. That means there could be people here. So I need to be very careful now. So... Again, checking my corners. Are they in here? Got the AK out fully auto. Nobody in there. Let's close that door. So are they upstairs? Now, I don't know. In fact, let's... so I actually get a grenade out. The door's closed. So that's another thing where I'm like, whoa. So there's a door open downstairs and a door closed. There's a good chance there could be someone up here. And I just don't know. So I have to be very careful. So I'm going to grenade them. So I've got a grenade out. Right, are they around the corner? I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to bounce a grenade off the water tank and then rush out with the right gun out. Hopefully I've wounded them. Unlucky for me, it's empty, so I've got the building to myself. Happy days, building to myself, but I'm very exposed on this roof, so now we need to think about what we're going to do and wait for the next circles to see what happens. So let's get down, let's have a look round, and you have quite good... Just checking my inventory there, 4 first aids, loads of energy drinks, so let's get boosted up. And you have quite good visibility, but there are lots of blind spots as well. So what I'm going to start doing now is just looking around. I've got the big scope on, so I can have a look and just see, trying to keep moving, so if anybody sees me and they take a shot, they'll miss, or at least they won't get a headshot. Again, I'm just looking for movement. There's 20 alive, so things are going pretty well at this point. Nobody's approaching. Right, let's go back, because the next circle just opened up, didn't it? Let's see that circle. Right, so the next circle up. My gamble has paid off. The next circle has appeared south of the river, and I'm pretty much just off centre. I'm in a very good position, at least for the next sort of minute or so. There probably wasn't going to be many people from the north anyway, because that would have been the quiet side. People are going to come from Georgia Pony, come from this direction and over the mountains. So I just need to sit tight kind of and see what happens next. So I keep checking. Speed this up a bit. Just looking to get kills if I can. Just being very careful, just very aware. If someone's got a Kar 98 or a sniper rifle from a supply drop, you know, one shot and your game could be over. Right, so this guy runs out from there. I think I heard him pull up, I can't remember. Anyway, so now I get the AK and I try and take the shots on him. Let's see what happens. So I get plenty of shots into him, but I don't kill him. Now I know, so this is now a problem for me, because I know he's going to be in there, he's going to heal up and he's going to be fine. But will he challenge me? I've got the height, I can see him, he's have to come into my building. So I choose not to run around down and challenge him as well, because by the time I got down there and run across, chances are he would have healed up and he'll be waiting for me and he'll just black me. So I think, right, I'll live and let live, I'll stay where I am, but I will keep an eye on that building and I'll know he's there later on. Okay, so then we keep looking around. Is he going to come out? Obviously, he knows what he's doing, so there's no way he's going to try and challenge me from there. You'd have to be a nutter, wouldn't you, to do that? But I know he's there. I guess I could have chucked a couple of grenades in, but I choose not to. So again, we're just keeping around, keeping moving, keeping looking. I mean, if anybody's watching me with a sniper rifle, they'll know that I'm in this building. So now I've seen a supply drop here over on the left, so I'm just aware that maybe some people might be trying to push for that. That would be a good opportunity. All right, and what I see now, let me slow this down, as I see people over in this building here. There we go, they just had a fight. That guy just dies, so I know there's somebody there who's probably going to loot him. So I'm thinking, ooh, I can get a kill. So again, I'm just kind of high, because you've always got to be aware that while you're aiming in at somebody else, chances are they might come for you. So there he is, so I can start taking shots now. I can see him through the window. He's bobbing around, he's doing his job, he's doing the right thing, he's moving around, but he can't resist that loot. As we can't, I mean, it could be short on ammo, short of health. Just waiting. There he is, and then... Now, I know with the M16, I've got to hit him a few times to kill him, especially if he's got, like a, level 2 or level 3, so I start taking the shots. He won't have a clue where I am. I'm shooting a bit low, actually. But there we go, we took him out, so we've got a kill. With myself, I tend to be happy when I've got a kill in a game. That's enough for me. Now, what I'm doing now as well is I'm listening around. Now, we're in the top 10, so my palms start to get a bit sweaty. Heartbeat starts to go a little bit stronger. Nobody's pushing for that supply drop, so that's good. There, I'm kind of I thought that was somebody in the grass there, so that's not them. So let's speed this up a little bit again. Again, I'm still aware that guy is going to be there. Just keep him moving. Nobody coming from that direction, which I'm quite surprised at, actually. No, that guy's definitely not. He's just staying still. But I'm aware of the fact that I haven't heard any gunfire from there, so he's probably still in there. No, nothing's happening. Moving around. Can't see anybody. Right, I see somebody on the hill now, up here, running along, and I do something quite risky in the fact that I engage this guy while I'm very, very exposed on the hill, and I shoot, I don't know, 20 or 30 shots at this guy. I guess I've got the bloodlust after getting that other kill. He hasn't got a clue where I am. He's running around, and my aim isn't particularly good. So I put a few bullets into him and I've wounded him, but by now everybody knows where I am. They know where I am, and then you'll see I get blatted now. Boom! So I get shot. It wasn't from him, so I immediately run inside. I'm like, whoa, someone's got eyes on. Let's heal up. And I hear somebody downstairs. Bang. So somebody's downstairs. Maybe that same guy from earlier or somebody else. And there's a chance they're going to come out of there. So I'm ready to. I've got the AK out. If they come through that door, I've got good cover. My head is covered. I'm going to blat them. Heart is pumping. Right, so now let's just pause that. So if you look at the mini-map down the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the next circle has appeared. And I'm not in it. However, I'm in a good position. I'm not that far away from it, but I am aware that I'm going to have to break out of my buildings and go this way. I know the way that I'm going to do it is by jumping off the roof. Nice easy way of doing it. But I do know I've got that guy behind me who ran through the into the other building, and there may be somebody down there. So I've got a few people to deal with. We're in the top 6, so things are they're not looking too bad. So I've got to think, what am I going to do? Right, I've still got 50 seconds, still got plenty of time. Let's boost up. Take any painkillers, take any energy drinks, and let's get ready to rock and roll. So here we go. 40 seconds to go. Quick check round here. Anybody coming behind? Is that guy still there who I was shooting at earlier? No, he's gone. Right, 30 seconds to go. Got to make a move now. Got to really start thinking about it. I don't want to die in the blue. Anybody? Can't see anything. Switch to the AK. Did I see somebody over there? No. Right. What we got? 15 seconds to go. AK out, and I'm going to have to move. But I know that there could be somebody in this building here, or even underneath me here. 1 or 2 people. So I want to go late. Because often in final circles, or second or third final circles, the person who moves last is the winner. The people who move first get killed. So let's see what I do. So I'm thinking, right, 10 seconds ago, let's move off the roof. Right, let's check this building. Nobody in there. Check this building. Can't see anybody in there. Right, but they could have been round to the side, which I didn't take. I didn't check the blind side, did I? And I didn't check there. So but let's keep it. I'm pretty lucky. So as I come around here, so I think, okay, there could be somebody in that house. Look through the windows. Can't see anybody. Is anybody in this house? Here. Now, I hear somebody now. So I know somebody's around. Where are they? Where are they? I can't turn around. They'll shoot me in the back if I turn around. But I can hear them. And then, there he is. AK full auto. Very lucky. Sprayed him in. Now, 4 alive. Run into the circle, not much energy left. I know I've got a run and I've got a heal. I'm in the circle, hit the deck. So now I need to drink my energy drinks, I need to take a med pack, and I need to see. Now, just keeping an eye on the kill feed as well. Right, somebody else just died. 3 alive. Just killed somebody, then Softy. Now, that was a great example there of the danger of the final circle. Playzone killed Softy McNeck, maybe because he was outside the blue, because he didn't get a gun icon, so he injured him. And then Softy McNeck killed Archigan Dew 30. I don't know how that worked. Oh, right, sorry, the play zone. Yeah, so Softy McNeck was killed by the play zone, but he killed Archigan Dew 230 with his gun. So what happened there is he would have seen Softy McNeck, saw Archigan, stopped while he was in the blue, opened fire, killed Archigan, but died in the blue. So now there's only 2 of us left. So now my heart's really pounding, and I'm like, right, this is it. This is the big one. We maybe could do this, but I'm in a pretty rough position. Open ground, cover to my west. So what am I going to do? Well, I know what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal up, which I've already done, and I'm going to get my M16 out, and I'm going to not stand up. That's the most important thing. If I stand up, I'm dead. So I've just got to keep watching. How fast is this going? Let's play it at normal speed. So I'm trying to see through this, grass, but it's really difficult to see. And I know he's going to be behind cover, or like behind these trees, or he's going to be lying down. And when you're both lying down, when it's flat, it's very difficult to see each other. So again, the person who moves first is probably the person who dies. So it's critical that no matter what, I don't stand up. Now, so I'm scanning the trees. I know I'm not in the final circle, but I've still got 45 seconds to go. That's a long time, and if it comes down to it, I can get my AK out and I can run for the circle, and then that's a final throw of the dice. But I've got my M16 with 4 times. Let's really have a good look round and see what I can see. Now I can't see anything. The grass is in the way, so now I slow things down. Now let's just slow things down a little bit. So we're going at half speed. So I'm looking, and then I see just to the left of that tree, you can probably see there's a slight dark shadow there, and I think, right, that could be it. Now I also know that as soon as I start firing, because I haven't got a suppressor, I'm going to give my position away, but it does move a little bit, and often in the final circle this is all you see. And then I think, right, let's go for it. Let's see if that is bang, 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 red markers. I'm hitting somebody. That's him. He then moves to his right, my left, and now I can definitely see him. So all I've got to do now is follow him, keep firing. He now finds me. He can see me from my muzzle flash, starts firing back. I take some hits, but I'm getting bullets into him, and then bang, winner, chicken dinner. One of the best feelings you ever get in video games. Only 3 kills, but hopefully that kind of showed you there how I kind of played to my strengths. Avoiding my weaknesses by avoiding gunfights, going around the quiet side of the circle, cutting in, getting into cover, because I had to by driving to that house. I was very lucky people didn't push my house, but I was ready for them if they did. And then just playing it safe at the end, staying prone, waiting for them to make a move, and then there's a lot of luck in getting chicken dinners, but getting the chicken dinner, and there we go. So hopefully this video, I know it's been a bit long, has been helpful, give you some ideas. Put your questions and comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see me saying, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.